Welcome to yet another video from the Indian Community School, Kuwait. Today we will discuss the important topics of Class 12 Biology exam, which will be conducted on 25th of March 2025. The topics are categorized under 5 units. Unit 1, Reproduction Chapters, carries 16 marks out of 70. Genetics and Evolution chapters carries 20 out of 70. Biology and Human Welfare out of 12. Biotechnology and its applications out of 12 again, and Ecology and Environment carries 10 marks out of 70. The question paper carries 33 questions under 5 sections. Section A carries 16 questions, out of which 12 are MCQs and 4 assertion reason type questions. Section B carries 5 questions of 2 marks each. Section C carries 7 questions of 3 marks each. Section D, 2 case-based questions of 4 marks, and Section E, 3 long answer questions, each carrying 5 marks. Let's go to the first chapter, Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. There are many diagrams in this chapter. Draw and learn all the diagrams. Use a pencil for drawing the diagram and a scale while labeling the diagrams. The first diagram to draw and learn is the structure of microsporangium, the labelings like tapetum, endothecium, epidermis, their functions. Then the process of microsporogenesis, all the cells involved like microspore mother cell, microspore tetrad, and after the formation of pollen grain, when you learn the comparison between vegetative cell and generative cell has to be learned. The diagram of formation of a pollen grain has to be learned. The importance of pollen grain, like its advantages. Pollen grain causes pollen allergy. Examples like Parthenium grass, use of pollen grain. Then the viability of a pollen grain and the importance of storing pollen grains under very low temperature for future use. The next topic is the female reproductive part. Learn the comparison between the pistil of Micheli and Papaver, which is given as a diagram in the textbook. Learn to draw the diagram of Anatropous ovule and the labelings. Learn the process of megasporogenesis, again all the cells, their ploidy and the type of division taking place. Then we move to the development of a mature embryo sac. Remember to name all the 7 cells which are produced, the number of nuclei, its fate, its importance, and the diagram. Learn pollination and the different types of pollination. There you have a textbook diagram which shows 2 types of flowers, plesiogamous and chasmogamous flowers, which had been asked during the previous years. Remember to learn the adaptation seen in flowers and floral parts based on the pollinating agents involved like anemophily, hydrophily, and entomophily. The symbiotic relationship between yucca plant and moth. Then what are pollen robbers? See the diagram of a wind pollinated plant. It's in fluorescence and the well-exposed stamen which is given in the textbook. Learn different outbreeding devices and remember to note that out of these outbreeding devices, which all can prevent autogamy and which all can prevent autogamy and geitonogamy. Under pollen pistil interaction, learn the process of chemotropism happening and the diagram. Then the process of artificial hybridization, which involves emasculation, bagging and rebagging, the process and the significance of these processes. Then the topic double fertilization. Double fertilization involves 2 processes, syngamy and triple fission. Syngamy leads to the production of zygote, which is diploid in nature. Triple fission leads to the production of a primary endosperm cell, which is triploid in nature. Remember to note down the ploidy of all the cells in an embryo sac. Then the cross-fertilization events, which involves endosperm development. Learn the development of the endosperm in coconut, the type of division taking place, and the ploidy of the cells. Remember to learn all these diagrams on the screen under embryo development, like dicot embryo, then the embryo of a grass, and the stages of embryo development. Different types of seeds like albuminous seeds and non-albuminous seeds, different types of fruits, true fruits and false fruits with examples. Learn the process of apomixis and the ways by which it can happen. Polyembryony with examples, and compare and study perisperm, pericarp, and parthenocarpic fruit and apomictic seeds. Remember to work out and learn the calculation for the number of meiotic divisions or the number of microspore mother cells, number of pollen grains for the production of, for example, 100 seeds, and the significance of seed dispersal and fruit formation. Next is human reproduction. Learn the diagrams under human male reproductive system and human female reproductive system and the mammary glands. This chapter you can learn by comparing spermatogenesis and oogenesis, oocytes and follicles, or primary follicles and secondary follicles, Graafian follicles and corpus luteum. Then when we come to spermatogenesis or male reproductive system, learn the accessory ducts in the correct order, the different glands, accessory glands involved, different hormones, its role in the process of spermatogenesis and spermiogenesis, and the diagram of the sectional view of seminiferous tubule. And a female reproductive system, the diagram of ovary is an important diagram. Learn the different follicles, its structural components, and the labelings. Then this diagram comparing spermatogenesis and oogenesis is also an important diagram where calculation type of questions asking for the ploidy of different cells involved also had been asked in the previous years. The diagrammatic presentation of various events during menstrual cycle is also an important diagram which had been asked in different ways. It had been even asked as parts of the diagram had been asked for MCQ type of questions also. When you learn the events like menstruation, follicular phase, ovulation, luteal phase, remember to learn all the events occurring in uterus and in the ovary, level of 4 different hormones, estrogen and progesterone, and luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormones under each heading. Please remember to learn that. This is a very important topic. When we come to embryonic development, learn where does implantation take place, the development of placenta, the developmental stages of from zygote to the blastocyst, labeling blastocyst, the trophoblast and the inner cell mass, and the fate of the cells. Towards the end of the chapter, we learned the importance of stem cells, development of chorionic villi and placenta, functions of placenta, some hormones like human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen, estrogens, progesterogens are secreted by placenta. Relaxin is a hormone which is secreted by the ovary. Then the importance of fetal ejection reflex during parturition and the importance of colostrum and lactation is being explained. Reproductive health is the last chapter under this heading. On the screen now you can see some abbreviations and terms which we can see in the previous year questions. Learn these terms. Then there are two important topics under this chapter. First one is different contraceptive measures. When you learn different contraceptive measures, learn the working method of the contraceptive measures, the advantages and disadvantages, and the examples which are given in the textbook, like Nirodh, Saheli, and different intrauterine devices under 3 categories. Many examples are given. Learn all those examples. Then when we come towards the end of the chapter, there are many assisted reproductive technologies which are explained. Along with that, a very common question is the method of embryo transfer. There are 2 types of embryo transfer methods which are explained in the textbook under the heading in vitro fertilization. Now, when you learn this, for MCQs, it had been asked for which type of condition each one of the assisted reproductive technology is being used. For example, gift is used for a female who cannot produce ova. The second unit starts with the chapter Principles of Inheritance. I hope you all are confident with these basic terms which is being used in this chapter. The chapter starts with Mendel's monohybrid cross, learn all Mendelian contrasting characters and the laws of inheritance explained by Mendel. Under dihybrid cross, work out and learn all these different types of crosses which is shown on the screen. Under non-Mendelian inheritance, work out and learn all the examples which is mentioned on the screen, like incomplete dominance, the different crosses and the result in Snapdragon, codominance and multiple dominance based on human blood grouping. Then when you come to pleiotropism, the complete dominance and incomplete dominance which is exhibited by the pea plant for the traits, starch grain synthesis and seed shape. Work out and learn all these. Then when we come to chromosomal theory of inheritance, which is being explained by Sutton and Boveri, experiment in Drosophila melanogaster conducted by T.H. Morgan. There you have to learn certain definitions like linkage, recombination, gene mapping based workout type questions also can be asked. Learn this figure on the screen. This had been used for case-based questions, multiple choice type of question in the previous years. Based on this diagram, you can even get sex-linked inheritance type of questions also. The next topic under this chapter is sex determination, where we learn exotype, XY type, ZW type, and haplodiploid sex determination. Under Mendelian disorders, we learn muscular dystrophy, which is a autosomal dominant condition. The pedigree of the condition is given in the textbook. Learn that. Under autosomal recessive condition, we learn sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, its different types, and phenylketonuria. Under sex-linked recessive condition, we learn hemophilia and color blindness. Learn the cause of these all conditions. Then the symptoms of all these conditions and the inheritance pattern of these conditions. For sickle cell anemia, you have a textbook diagram, which is a very important diagram. This diagram is used for asking questions from other chapters also, like a translation-based question also can be asked from based on this diagram. So draw and learn that diagram, which is very important. Under chromosomal disorders, first we learn about the cause of chromosomal anomalies, which under the headings aneuploidy and polyploidy. Then we learn about three different conditions: Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, and Klinefelter syndrome. Learn their karyotype and the symptoms of all these conditions. The chapter molecular basis of inheritance starts with the structure of DNA. Be very confident with the drawing of a single-stranded and a double-stranded polynucleotide chain. The labeling of N-glycosidic bond, phosphodiester bond, and hydrogen bond. Learn nucleotides and nucleosides along with its examples. 5 postulates by Watson and Crick with regard to the double helical structure of a DNA molecule. The contributions by Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins, Chargaff's rule, and calculations based on Chargaff's base pairing rule. Let's move to the next topic, packaging of DNA, where we learn packaging of DNA in prokaryotic organisms and in eukaryotic organisms. Under that, remember to learn the functions of histones, the components of histone proteins, the functions of non-histone proteins, comparison between heterochromatin and euchromatin. Learn the central dogma of molecular biology, and here, based on this diagram, reverse transcription based questions also had been asked along with its example. Learn the comparison between DNA and RNA, the characteristic features of an ideal genetic material. On screen now you can see certain calculations which will be useful for your exam based on this chapter. This chapter continues with some experiments which were critical in the development of molecular biology. When you learn these experiments, learn the procedure, observation, and conclusion of these experiments. For example, Frederick Griffith's experiment, the procedure, the organisms involved like mice, Streptococcus pneumoniae, the observation, and the conclusion he drew out was there's a transforming principle which is being transferred from S-type bacteria to R-type bacteria, which transformed R-type bacteria to S-type bacteria. The topic DNA replication starts with Michelson and Stahl's experiment, which proved semi-conservative model of DNA. This experiment based and the diagram on the screen based many questions had been asked in the previous years as a 5-marker also. Remember to learn the experiment conducted by Taylor and his colleagues in Vishya Faba. Remember to learn all these key words of DNA replication and the diagram of a replication fork. Under transcription, we learned the schematic structure of transcription unit and its components, the importance of all the components like promoter, structural gene, and terminator, the characteristic features and the importance of the enzyme DNA-dependent RNA polymerase. Students learn to write the sequence of a complementary strand or a template strand or a mRNA based on the nucleotide sequence which will be given. Under process of transcription, the diagram of transcription in prokaryotes in bacteria is an important diagram which explains initiation, elongation, and termination, importance of sigma factor and rho factor. When we learn eukaryotic transcription, learn the process of maturation of hnRNA into mRNA, which involves capping, tailing, and splicing. Learn what are exons, introns, and split gene in a eukaryotic organism. Then there are different types of mRNAs, its function, different types of RNA polymerases in eukaryotes and its functions. Compare and learn the cistron in a prokaryote and eukaryote. Remember to learn the findings of different scientists, George Gamow, Hargobind Khurana, and Marshall Nirenberg, under the heading Genetic Code. Learn the salient features of genetic code and some triplet codon like AUG, the stop codons you can by heart. Based on this topic, you will get some problem type of questions where you'll be asked to find out the concerned amino acid and make the sequence of a protein, or you will get some amino acids and you will be asked to make a translation unit, but the help box will be given generally in these cases. Then we learn different types of mutations, point mutation and frameshift mutation. The structure of tRNA, the components of tRNA, learn these diagrams, and under translation, on the screen now we can see a translation unit, and the important headings which you have to learn under translation are the process of charging of tRNA or amino acylation of tRNA, the components of a translation unit which includes ribosomes and mRNA, process of initiation, elongation and termination, and the significance of untranslated unit. Then we learned the process of regulation of gene expression in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. At each and every stage of gene expression, it is being regulated in a eukaryote, and in prokaryote, there is a system of operon where we specially learned the components and the functioning of lac-operon, learned both the diagrams of a lac-operon which is switched on and switched off, and the different components, different genes and its functions. Under Human Genome Project, learn the goals, methodologies, salient features, and the applications of human genome. Some important concepts which you have to learn under this topic is being exhibited on the screen now. Learn the important postulates of RISE Genome Project also. End of the chapter, we learn DNA fingerprinting. Here also, learn the procedure of DNA fingerprinting and its applications. Here, you have to learn some important definitions like repetitive. What is a repetitive DNA? What is DNA polymorphism? What are variable number tandem repeats? Importance of southern blot. Now on screen you can see different DNA fingerprints. You can expect MCQs based on these DNA fingerprints to find out the suspect or to find out the parent of a child. Let's move to the next chapter, evolution. It starts with the different theories like Big Bang theory, then different theories about the origin of life. Learn all these theories and the condition of primitive Earth. Then on screen you can see Urey-Miller experiment. The different labelings of this diagram is important. This had been asked as MCQ also. Learn the theory of special creation and the three connotations. When you learn Darwinism, learn the definition for variations, favorable and unfavorable variation, struggle for existence, then reproductive fitness. The two key concepts of Darwin's theory was branching descent and natural selection. Two scientists who greatly influenced Darwin are Alfred Wallace and Thomas Malthus. Then we learned Lamarckian theory about use and disuse of different organs. After that, we went to the evidences of evolution, where first we learned paleontological evidences, which involved fossil evidences, embryological evidences, which was disproved later by von Baer, then biochemical evidences, which talks about the similarity in different biochemical products like proteins and genes in different organisms. And when you learn anatomical and morphological evidences, compare and learn homologous and analogous organs along with the examples and pictures given in the textbook. Then learn about artificial selection, where industrial mechanism is explained. After that, adaptive radiation, which occurred in Australia and in the Galapagos Islands. Convergent evolution, which occurred with Australian marsupials and placental mammals. All these diagrams, the examples of different animals given in the diagram, all are important. After that, two mechanisms of evolution, mutation theory and natural selection. Compare and learn both. After that, we learned Hardy-Weinberg principle and the calculations based on these equations. After that, the three types of natural selection and the graphical representation. Then we learned about a brief account of evolution. On the screen now you can see different key concepts. Learn the two cladograms given in the textbook, a sketch of evolution of plants and the representation of evolutionary history of different vertebrates. Different geological time scales and the different eras are being represented in this cladogram. Learn of all of them. After that, we learn the origin and the evolution of human beings. All these human ancestral names we have to learn, compare and learn. Dryopithecus and Brahmapithecus, the characteristic features of Australopithecines, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Neanderthalman, and finally Homo sapiens. The chapter Human Health and Diseases starts with different diseases which are caused by different categories of microorganisms. On the screen now you can see the causative organism, the name of the disease, the symptoms, and how do they spread. Learn the binomial nomenclature of all these organisms. The stage of the life cycle of Plasmodium is important. Then we move to different types of immunity in human beings. First we learn the types of innate immunity, learn the description with all the examples given in the textbook. We learned acquired immunity, where we learned the structure of an antibody. The two types of acquired immunity, humoral and cell-mediated immunity, learn the comparison. The different types of immunoglobulins also are important. Then we learn the principle of vaccination and immunization. Then we learn allergies, its cause, and the chemicals like histamine and serotonin which are involved in this. Learn the diagnosis and treatment of allergies. After that, we learned autoimmune conditions with examples. Then we moved to lymphatic system. Then we learned acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. The life cycle of human immunodeficiency virus, which you see on the screen, is an important diagram. After that, we learned cancer, the cause of cancer, different types of tumors like malignant tumor and benign tumor. Then the concept of metastasis, the method of detection of cancer, and the different ways of treating cancer. On the screen you can see many highlighted terms. Learn all of them. After that, we learn different categories of drugs like opioids, cannabinoids, and cocaine alkaloids. Learn the scientific names of different sources which is mentioned in the textbook, effects of these drugs, and some drugs which have certain medicinal importance which are being mentioned in the books like barbiturates, amphetamines, and benzodiazepines. After that, we learned smoking and its effects. Smoking related case-based questions we can see in previous year questions. Adolescents and drug and alcohol abuse. Let's move to the next chapter, microbes in human welfare. Learn all the scientific names mentioned in the chapter. There are many products along with the uses explained in the chapter. Learn all of them. Learn about the judicious use of antibiotics, the scientists who were behind the finding of antibiotic, especially penicillin, Alexander Fleming, Ernest Chain, and Howard Florey, which is mentioned in the textbook. On screen, you can see the microbial names and the products along with their uses. Learn all of them. You have to learn the process of sewage treatment, primary treatment, and secondary treatment. After that, we learn biogas production. This picture of a biogas plant is an important picture which had been asked as a picture-based question for drawing and labeling also. Gases present in biogas and the role of Indian Agricultural Research Institute and Khadi and Village Industries Commission. After that, we learn how microbes are used in the field of agriculture, where first of all we learn different biocontrol agents like Bacillus thuringiensis, Trichoderma, the fungi, baculoviruses. Then we learn the use of microbes as biofertilizers, learn all the examples, all free-living nitrogen-fixing bacteria which are seen in as symbiotic association with other organisms. There is importance of mycorrhiza, the components of mycorrhiza. Please see the screen and learn. The next unit has two chapters, biotechnology, its principles and processes, and the application of biotechnology, where first we learn the definition of biotechnology and then the experiment conducted by Herbert Boyer and Stanley Cohen, which is the first experiment, learn the experiment, then the processes involved in genetically modifying an organism. Then we learn the different components involved in the field of biotechnology. First we learn restriction enzymes, learn the naming of restriction enzyme. One example is given in the textbook, EcoR1, learn this. Then the diagram explains the formation of rDNA by the action of restriction enzyme. This is an important diagram which shows the palindromic sequence of EcoR1. Then the representation of recombinant DNA technology. After that, we learned gel electrophoresis. The picture of gel electrophoresis is also an important diagram. After that, we learned the characteristic features of cloning vectors, where we learned the cloning vector PBR322, learn to draw PBR322 and all the labelings in PBR322, especially the recognition sites and the antibiotic resistance gene in it. Learn the importance of the selectable marker, insertional inactivation, and how chromogenic substrates have been helped in selecting and transformant from a non-transformant. Then we learned the different steps involved in making a host competent, different methods by which we can introduce the alien DNA into an host cell, like microinjection, which is for animal cell, biolistics or gene gun for plant cell, and different disarmed pathogens like agrobacterium tumefaciens and retroviruses, which are being used in plants and animals respectively. Then we learn PCR, different steps of PCR and different components used in PCR. Learn the role of DNA primer, the importance of Taq polymerase. Draw and learn the diagram of bioreactors and different parts of a bioreactor. Towards the end of this chapter, you will learn downstreaming process and the importance of downstreaming process before using a rDNA product. The next chapter is biotechnology and its application. Learn all these key terms on the screen. Then in this chapter, we learned how Pt cotton had been produced, what is prototoxin, which are the different cryogenes, and the examples of lepidopterans, coleopterans, and dipterans. After that, we learned the process of formation of a nematode-resistant tobacco plant, where we learned what is RNA interference. Then the application of biotechnology in the field of medicine, where we learned how insulin has been genetically engineered and produced. Importance of gene therapy, where you are learning how first gene therapy had been done for the condition called ADA deficiency. After that, we learned stem cell technology, how stem cell is being used. Then different diagnostic methods and the biotechnology, which involves recombinant DNA technology, polymerase chain reaction, ELISA test, different transgenic animals and how they are being used in the field of medicine. Towards the end of this chapter, we learn about biopiracy and the patent issues related to turmeric and neem. Remember to learn the contribution of Dr. R.A. Mishilkar, Vandana Shiva, and Ajay Fatke regarding this matter. The last unit is ecology, where we have 3 chapters. The first chapter is organisms and population, which starts with different population attributes: birth rate, death rate, sex ratio, age pyramid, and population density. Here, birth rate and death rate calculation based questions can be asked. Age pyramid is a diagram which you have to learn to draw, and diagram based questions also can be asked. Different methods of calculating population density in different situations, relative population density and absolute population density. Please learn these. Then we learned population growth and different factors affecting population growth, the equation for calculating population density at time t+1. We learned 2 types of growth curves: logistic growth or Wallace-Pearl logistic growth and exponential growth. Learn the graphical representation of both the growth curves, the equations of calculating population density, where the significance of R, intrinsic rate of natural increase, and K, carrying capacity, has to be learned. After that, we learn different population interactions. First of all, we learn predation, learn the role of a predator in maintaining ecological balance, different adaptations seen in animals and plants to protect themselves from the predator. After that, we learn competition. Under competition, learn all the examples mentioned. Learn Gauss's competitive exclusion principle and how MacArthur showed that organisms can coexist. After that, we learn parasitism, learn the adaptations seen in different parasites, learn about ectoparasites and endoparasites, and especially brood parasite, which is parasitism, which is a very important question. After that, commensalism and mutualism, where one important concept which you have to learn is coevolution, which happens in 2 different species involved in such a kind of relationship. Next chapter is ecosystem. First, we learn about productivity, learn all these definitions and the units of different terms which is mentioned. different factors which affect productivity, primary productivity of an ecosystem. Then the process of decomposition and different steps of decomposition, different factors affecting decomposition. The flow of energy which happens in an ecosystem, under that the what is PAR, photosynthetically active radiation, and how ecosystem follows the first and second law of thermodynamics, examples of grazing food chain and detritus food chain. Then different pyramids, pyramid of number, pyramid of energy, and pyramid of biomass, where inverted pyramids are also very important. We have to learn inverted pyramid, example for biomass, and pyramid of number, pyramid of energy will always be upright, and learn the limitations of ecological pyramid. The last chapter is biodiversity and conservation. First, we learn different levels of biodiversity, and then the difficulties in classifying prokaryotes. This pie diagram which you see on the board had been asked in the previous years for case-based questions and multiple choice type of question. The estimations by Robert May. Learn the different patterns of biodiversity and the reason for richness in biodiversity towards the tropical region. This graphical representation which shows species area relationship is an important graph. Learn the value of Z in different regions, which you can see on the screen. David Tillman's findings related to productivity in a particular region. River Popper hypothesis explained by Paul Ehrlich. Sixth extinction and how is it different from all the previous extinctions which occurred. Then we learned the loss of biodiversity. First, we learned the impacts of loss of biodiversity which can occur in the biosphere in future, and the causes of biodiversity which is explained as the evil quadrant. All the examples under this, please learn it. Then we went to the different ways of conservation of biodiversity. First, we learned why we have to conserve biodiversity under three headings: narrow utilitarian, broadly utilitarian, and ethical arguments. Two ways to conserve biodiversity: in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. Then major three conventions which happened: the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in the year 1992, World Summit in the year 2002, and the Ramsar Convention in the year 1971. The aim of these conventions and where it had occurred, learn the Ramsar sites which you can see on the screen. I hope I covered all the important topics of biology. I want to repeat certain things. Use a pencil and a scale while drawing the diagrams. Underline the scientific names and species name. Starts with a small letter. When you write a genotype, always write the capital letter at first, and the genotype of the same alleles should be together. Underline the important points. Learn to separate all the answers by drawing a line in your CBSE answer paper. Remember to manage your time. All the best from Indian Community School, Kuwait.